Hey YouTube, I'm back with another video, and a lot has happened in the month that I haven't posted. So if you ain't watched my last video, then you don't know. I used to live in New Orleans, and my house got destroyed during Hurricane Ida. Apparently a tornado had hit, and it completely pulled the roof off of our house. The ceiling had caved in. Everything we owned was destroyed. All our clothes, shoes, TVs, toys for my daughter, everything. iPad, everything, games, everything. Everything was gone. And I had stayed in an Airbnb with my other family for like 2 weeks after the storm. And then I moved by my grandmother's house, and I stayed there for a few weeks. And then finally, my car had got towed and stuff, and I ended up getting a rental car from Enterprise. And after I had got my rental car, I came to Texas to look into getting a brand new car. So on our way to Texas, right before we were coming out to Texas to buy a car, FEMA finally had contacted me. And for whoever doesn't know who FEMA is, they're the Federal Emergency Agency, or whatever. And I filed a case with them about everything being destroyed. And the process with them took forever. And well, they gave us a hotel. So for the last 3 weeks, we've been living out of a hotel, and I've been ripping and running everywhere. When we first got here, we ripping and running, looking to buy a new car before the rental car day in, and you can't use the rental car no more, and we gotta catch Ubers to find a vehicle. And then, I'm also still in college, so I have to still do college online. On top of that, still have to look for apartments to move to. It's ridiculous. So my dad finally bought me a car. It's not the nicest car, but we had to do what we had to do with the money that we had. I mean, we only had $3,500. So my dad brought me a 2007 Mercury Premier. I'll show you guys. I mean, I don't love it, but my dad was like, it's gonna have to do for now, till we get settled in, and then 6 months from now I could probably done had a job, traded in, and get a car off the lot and just finance. Because my car got destroyed in the hurricane. It had so much water that I loved my car. It had so much water damage. It couldn't be used. It couldn't be fixed either. It was a lot. So right now it's literally right now day by day. We're going one day at a time. So we had applied for emergency food stamps. For anybody who don't know what food stamps are, because I know in other states they call it something else. But food stamps is just like a government card with money for you to buy food with. And we had applied for that. Still haven't gotten the card. Haven't get notified if we were approved or not. And then we had applied for FEMA. And FEMA, I was calling FEMA because my apartment complex, my landlord told me I had to have my house keys turned in by September 30th. And so I had literally called FEMA for a month straight, every day of September, I was calling FEMA and I was like, my apartment is being condemned on the 30th. Is there anything y'all could do? Can y'all extend my hotel? Can y'all like speed up the process? I have to turn my keys in, and once I turn my keys in, you're not gonna be allowed inside the building anymore. The building is being condemned. And then about the apartment, the smell was so bad you didn't even want to go in. So last week on Thursday, FEMA finally had contacted me Thursday night, like 6 o'clock at night, called me. It was like, we need you to drive back to New Orleans. We're going to come view your house Friday. So it's Thursday night. I drove the whole night to get there. And then I waited. I drove 5 hours to New Orleans. And I waited like 4 hours for her to get there, the lady. And then when she finally got there and stuff, she couldn't go in there. She couldn't go in the building. So I no longer had the keys. But I had went in the office and I talked to the landlord and I was like, look, since the door's unlocked and the doors, because our door is swollen and it won't lock. Like, it won't lock at all. So it was just sitting unlocked. And we had a TV stolen and a game system because like the door couldn't lock. None of those doors locked because the doors were swollen, like I said. And our apartment was apartment 48 and apartment 50. We were hit the worst. Apartment 50 was hit bad, but the lady said all the apartments she checked, our apartment was like hit like the worst of all of them in the building. So the FEMA lady, she finally come, and after she comes, she's like, oh, let me see your apartment or whatever. She goes up to the apartment. All she does is open the door. She opens the door, and the smell is so strong. Like, the smell of mold and mildew is so strong. She said, like, her words was literally, I'm not going in. Just tell me what's missing. Like, she refused to go in the building. Like, it was that bad. And so she measured from the outside how big the apartment was and stuff like that. And then she wrote down everything that we was missing or whatever. And then she was like, give it FEMA 10 days, we'll get back with you. So we're out here. And it's like I said, it had already been a month. And we weren't really we didn't really have the time to like wait on FEMA. So I had my job transferred to Texas, and then my fiance, he's going offshore. So the main thing with the FEMA was just like my fiance is leaving at the end of October. I want to have everything situated, everything that I need settled, and I need to be moved into my new apartment before he leaves. So he has to get vaccinated before he can go offshore. So we waiting on his last vaccine, for him to take his last vaccine, which is gonna be Friday. And after his last vaccine, he's gonna be leaving. He's gonna be gone. So I waited on FEMA. They finally filed out my case or whatever, and we got all the rental assistance. Like, they give you a check to pay for your new apartment. Like, they give you a check to pay for utility, to get your utilities on, to pay your deposit, and to pay your first month rent. They give you a check for that. And then they give you the personal property damage. And the amount that they gave us for personal property damage, it didn't cover everything that we lost. So we have to budget through it. So we don't have any clothes. So we did a $1,000 budget. We don't have no clothes or shoes. We did a $1,000 budget, and we went and bought clothes and shoes. And I mean, the amount that we spent on just clothes and shoes is ridiculous. Clothes and shoes isn't cheap. And we went to Walmart. For anybody who was like, oh, you could have went to Walmart, or you could have went to City Trends, we went. And them prices added up quick. But We got clothes. We're waiting on our apartment. The hotel ends on the 30th. So hopefully we move into our apartment before the hotel is up, because they're only covering the hotel to the 30th. And I don't know if I can get it extended again, because we already got it extended twice. I don't know. So I'm waiting to contact the apartment complex that we're supposed to be going to, and I'll show you guys the hotel room later. Right now, my daughter and my fiance, they're in there sleeping. I don't want to just be recording the hotel while they sleep. But yeah, and then like the amount of money that it costs to like stay in this hotel right now is ridiculous, because it's not like a bad hotel. It's like really nice. It comes with like a kitchenette or whatever, so you have a stove and a fridge and all that. It came with dishes, pots, pans, all that, and it's nice. But we only been here for a month, and it's done costed like $3,000 to stay here. So yeah, I'm trying to leave soon. Because, I mean, I know Peen was paying for it, but once they stop paying for it on the 30th, we can't afford to pay for it after that. So, yeah, I'm going to show you guys my car. This is the front of my car. I mean, it's not that bad. It has, what is this, cruise control. I've used it already twice, so it does work. Automatic headlights. That's to change the mirrors and stuff. I have no idea what that's for. Even though anybody knows what this is, you could tell me. Power lock windows. This is the window lock, unlock. It's not the greatest car, but I mean, yeah. And the odometer is like at 120 something miles. This is the radio. This radio is so old. We bought one of these little things. It's supposed to connect to the radio, so you change it to the channel that's on here, and you can Bluetooth your phone to this, and whatever you play on your phone will play on this radio. It does have parking assist, so when I back up, it alerts me if I'm too close or something or anything like that. The AC, let me tell y'all about this car. When I first bought this car, the AC went out the first day. I had brought it back. They wouldn't give me my money back, and I ended up stuck with this damn car. And then they made me pay $300 to fix the AC myself. They wouldn't even fix it. And I didn't even want to go through all the stress of having to sue, because I was being stuck with the car anyway, and they wasn't going to give me my money back. But they fixed the AC after I paid $300. My dad went half on me. He paid $150. I paid the other $150. But I will say the AC blow cold now. It blows really cold. So yeah, and then we got this, and this is the cup holder. It has a small cup holder, then it comes out for bigger cups. It does have, I don't know if you can see, heated seats that you can it does come with heated seats to say it's 2007. It has a sunglasses thing. It also has a sunroof, but it don't work. It don't open or close or none of that. It don't work. And it's rusted really bad. But I mean, it's whatever. Oh, also, this light doesn't work either. This light doesn't work. This is the back seat. My daughter's with my dad right now, so her car seat isn't back there, but that's the back seat. I got the armrest right here. Some money in it. And then back here, they have these cup holders. And then let me get out. This is the outside of my car. It got two ways to open the trunk. It got a glass opening for the trunk. And then the door. Then on top of that, I keep blankets in here because it gets cold. They have this little storage area. It came with a jack, but the jack is broken, so yeah. Yeah, that's my car. I mean, it's not a bad vehicle or anything like that, you know. I like it. I mean, I don't love it, but it gets me from point A to point B, so hey, I shouldn't really complain because a lot of people don't have cars, and I'm lucky to be blessed to be able to get a car after this storm, and that my dad helped me buy a car. But I can't wait for 6 months to be up because I need 6 months of check stubs to go get one off the lot. So I'm just waiting. I'm just waiting to have this, get rid of this car. I'm so tired of this vehicle. My last 2 used cars that I had was nicer than this. I didn't never posted a video of my second car, but I had a Saturn Outlook. I'll post some pictures in here somewhere. It was all electric, fully loaded with everything. I mean, it had a DVD player in the back. It had the automatic tailgate, automatic start. It had everything but push start. It had the backup camera. It had Bluetooth, aux, everything. It had front AC, back AC. It had 8 seats. It had a big old trunk. Even after lifting up the third row. I love that car. I love it. I mean, I wish I could find another one, but they don't sell them anymore. So I think I'm a switch. I'm looking into the Traverse LTZ because that's the most similar to my other car. But I loved my second car that I bought. I never posted it. I never got the chance because I literally only had it for like 2 weeks before the hurricane hit. And then it got water damaged. Oh my God. Like, I literally went and bought it on my birthday. My birthday was August the 18th. I went and bought the car on my birthday. On my birthday, on the 18th of August. The hurricane hit on the 29th. I didn't even have my car that long. I didn't even make a video of my car. I love my car. And water damaged. Because it was all electric, they could not fix it. Said it was gonna cost too much to fix it. It was literally gonna cost $6,000-$7,000 to fix the car. So it just got towed away. And I wish they could have fixed it, but I couldn't afford to fix it. $7,000. You might as well buy a brand new used car. Like just go ahead and get another car with $7,000. But that's for now. I'll post a video of the hotel that we're staying in and stuff like that. Excuse me. And I'll post when we have found out whether or not we have gotten approved for this apartment. So I'll see you guys next time. Keep watching. Please like and subscribe. For anybody else out there that was affected by Hurricane Ida, so many people have to be relocated, and New Orleans has been their home forever. I have survived multiple hurricanes. I survived Katrina, Harvey, Isaac, Ida, and a few others. I can't even remember all the daggone names. I done been through about 7 hurricanes, and I've never been through one this bad. And you know, Hurricane Katrina was only bad because the government blew up the dam. So, but you know, they ain't gonna talk about that. So I ain't gonna get into it. They still in denial, lying about they ain't do it or whatever. But I lived through a lot of hurricanes, and this is the one that hurt people the most. Like, people lost everything. They had to relocate. I tried to relocate in Louisiana, and literally the people who had the funds to move, they moved to all the closest cities to New Orleans so they could keep their jobs. Literally, they have people, it's booked all the way from New Orleans to Baton Rouge, to Picayune, to Bay St. Louis, to Harahan, damn near to Opelousas. Like, there's nowhere to stay. And then FEMA, because there's literally nowhere for people to move with this rental assistance, FEMA is literally about to start putting trailers down, building trailer parks for people to stay in. People who's lived in nice apartments, lived in houses, now got to live in a trailer because there's nowhere for them to go, because there's no apartments. And yet most of the apartments are most of the apartments in New Orleans are destroyed. No one can live there, and they won't be fixed for 6 months to a year. So people literally have nowhere to go. So if you know somebody from New Orleans, help them as much as you can, because I know the struggle and the impact of this hurricane that affected so many people. My uncle, he almost died the night of the hurricane. A tree fell onto their house and split their house in half, and he was literally inches. He was 2 to 3 inches away from being crushed by a tree. If he wasn't cuddling with his wife, he would have been crushed and dead. His house was flooded so high they had to swim. They had to swim out of their house. Swim. The house was literally up to chest high. They had to swim out their window. He lost 2 cars, his he's still staying in the hotel. They haven't really done anything. So like I said, the struggle for a lot of people in Louisiana who was affected by this hurricane, I pray for y'all. I pray y'all make it through this, because we've been through a lot of hurricanes, and like a lot of people, you go back and you stay because you have a home that you can just clean up, go back to. But people, like, whole houses gotta be ripped apart. No rules, no ceiling, no nothing. My uncle's house is split in half. The whole house is split in half. Yeah, anybody affected by this hurricane, I pray for y'all, because you have to wait forever for FEMA to come inspect your house, and then you gotta wait for checks to try to get some type of money. And a lot of people was out of work for a month. They weren't able to go back to work for like 2-3 weeks, damn near a month. And then now that they finally started to go back to work, that still ain't gonna be enough. No, because people was only paying for the houses so long, and people who get paid every 2 weeks, you probably only got 2 checks to use to try to get an apartment, and that's not enough. It's not. And I know a couple $1,000s is like $1,000 or $2,000 ain't enough to relocate. You like gotta completely relocate to a new city, new state. Just relocate. A lot of people going to Atlanta. A lot of people don't move to Texas. I'm in Houston because my sisters and my dad is out here. That's the only reason I'm here. And my dad been trying to help me as much as he can. The struggle is real. It really is. So if you know somebody from New Orleans, if you don't, it don't matter. Just pray for them. Pray for them for real. Because it took me, I was depressed. I was depressed for weeks. I felt like I wasn't getting nowhere. I didn't even want to get on the camera and like update you guys when we moved into the hotel or nothing like that, because it's depressing that you gotta live like this. You gotta live in a hotel after you worked your ass off to get what you had, and everything is lost. And FEMA ain't pay for everything that you got lost. They ain't pay for everything. Nobody, I don't wish this on nobody. I wouldn't wish this on my worst enemy, to live like this, to have to struggle to get food. You don't even have money to get food because it take your job 2 weeks to transfer you to a new state. So you eating ramen noodles, trying to figure out what you're gonna feed your child. Your child screaming and crying because they tired of eating noodles. They're hungry. They want something else. It's ridiculous. We shouldn't have to live like this. We should be able to get the help that we need right away. Like, people that need the help ain't getting it. The people who need the help not getting it. And that shit sucks. For real. And then the help they giving you isn't enough for you to completely restart your life. And then to be disapproved for certain things. And you try to figure out, how am I disapproved and I just lost everything. This storm done really fucked with my head. It done messed me up a lot. I've never had to live like this, living out of a hotel with a 1-year-old, not having no food to feed them, having to hustle the money to get the money to feed them. And if it wasn't for like my school and them giving me financial aid and stuff, I don't know how I would have did it. That financial aid saved me, because that little extra couple $1,000 was enough to help. It was enough to help pay off the car, and it was enough to get food and clothes and to drive back and forth to New Orleans like 3 times. But I'm not gonna hold y'all. I'll see y'all in my next video. Bye.